George, and we actually have a new guest, Maribel. Welcome to Pixel Lounge, Maribel.
Hey.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
Well, I don't know if you guys know a little bit of history about Maribel. She's actually a longtime family friend, and she actually introduced my sister to her new fiance, which is surprisingly, actually. But
He said
they were
Cupid over here.
yeah.
I'm telling you,
matchmaking.
matchmaking. I mean,
She over
I
here.
wanted her to be a part of my family, so I introduced her to my cousin. So you know.
Damn, you trying to make Abe part of your family? I'm trying to
I didn't say Abe. I said. I said
okay.
his sister.
Let's be honest. Nobody wants to say best friend.
I mean, I guess he just comes with the package. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Well, technically 6 for 1 because
6
it's
for 1.
It's a big family.
It's a pretty big family.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And with my nephew there too, so he's a handful. He's definitely a handful with his. He's 4, so it's a lot. It's a lot. But welcome, Maribel.
Thanks.
Yes, welcome to the podcast. Well, first things first, you are a Twitch streamer, correct?
I am.
So tell us a little bit about your Twitch.
So it all kind of started. I mean, I've always played video games as, you know, just always my escape from reality, I guess.
First video game. Well, what is your first memory of your video game?
First, it obviously it's Mario. It was
one?
always Mario. The one on 64, just the Mario World.
Mario
It was
64.
just
Okay.
So it
Classic.
obviously. And then eventually, my dad was really like adamant. I'm like, oh, she likes video games, so he got me my Sega Genesis. He's got me my Nintendo 64, and then from there was PlayStation and so on and so forth. So that's kind of where it all grew from there.
Favorite video game?
Ever.
Now or ever?
I don't know. Those are always
ever.
hard. I guess
That one is hard.
Let's do ever.
Ever? Oh, that one's hard though.
Okay, favorite video game. Just a game. Oh, how about this? A game you could go back into, just to relax.
Just vibe.
I think to just vibe in is just the Mario. Mario's always been the one where I could just.
For like the Nintendo or like the
Yeah.
Switch? I mean, I'm obviously the Nintendo, but like the Nintendo Switch or like...
Well, I have my Switch, so I have my Switch and I do that. So I have that. But anything open world is kind of my thing to like mellow out. Like any open world is for me.
See, I can't really get into those. I get bored. Like I don't want to search. I don't want to do journey. Tell me where I gotta go.
No, but
tell me who I have to talk to. I don't want to go walk.
It does tell
I don't want to
you.
go walk to random characters and be like, "Hey,
It's to
it's to-
explore.
what are you doing here today?" I don't know, dude. They told me to come here.
Like, listen, don't talk to me in riddles. Just tell me what I gotta do, right?
And then I'll be walking around for like half an hour. I'm like, where the fuck am I supposed to go?
And it's like completely the opposite side of the
I
map that you're
and then I
supposed
get
to
lost,
be.
and I'm like, "Where was I? Was I
Exactly.
this close to this? Where am I?"
And then I don't know, my ADD kicks in, and I'm like, I forgot what the fucking story's all about.
You
what?
start doing side missions
Definitely,
instead of the
definitely.
main story.
Exactly. I'm like,
I mean,
who the fuck's this guy again? Like,
Definitely.
I mean, well, like I said, open world is more of like my mellow.
Your
Like
mellow.
it's my
Definitely.
let me explore. I don't really care for too much of the story. It's kind of like let me go and do all of these different things, and it's so many different things that can happen within the video game. So it's kind of my mellow, my go-to
Nice.
mellow.
What's your top one right now?
Yeah.
Mellow or
Yeah.
So I recently acquired what is the Pokemon Violet and Scarlet. So I'm doing
Not
those.
both?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you got money and you're adult.
This is what happens.
Adult money on that. Adult money.
money, man.
I'm telling you.
I stopped playing Pokemon after a while. It's the same shit over and over again.
It is.
I just don't care. Like I said, after Gen 3, I stopped. Like, I don't want any new Pokemon.
Dude, after Pokemon Go, I was done.
I still play
Like
Pokemon Go.
they're making me come outside and walk, put all these steps in.
So, okay, funny thing.
Like
so
first of all,
me and Rio are training for the marathon, obviously. Bro, I've been playing that shit a lot more lately.
Pokemon Go?
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I be playing that shit a lot more.
I would
man.
definitely do that if
I'm
I was
like,
if I was training for a marathon.
If I'm out and about, I might as well have that fucking bitch on and fucking be catching some Pokemon on the way, you know?
Hell yeah.
I'll be running. I'm like, oh, there's a new Pokemon gym. Wait a second. Just beat the gym, then continue on.
Maribel. So, anyways, I cut you off about the video game and stuff like that. Well, tell us a little bit more about your Twitch.
So, I started with Twitch about almost 3 years now. I originally was playing with all of my friends via my Xbox and PlayStation and all of that. And then kind of got coerced into like get a PC, and I'm like, okay. So I ended up getting my PC. And I mean, there's no looking back. Once you go into a PC, there's no looking back. One of my friends is a really good friend of mine. Him and I used to work together, so he knows my personality and he knows who I am. I was a bartender for a very long time. So he was like, you should totally do Twitch. Like, you're going to be great. You're going to do this. And I was like, I don't know if I want my face out there, bro. Like, I don't know, dude. I'm good at dying. I don't know if I'm good at video games. But, you know, I was like, why not? So I took the plunge, and I've been doing it ever since, and it's pretty fun. So, I mean, I had a lot of really great people supporting me during that. So.
Oh, that's awesome then.
Yeah.
That's badass.
How many followers do you have right now?
I think I'm up to 300 followers, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Yeah. If not, yeah.
So
close.
So like for all the viewers, how often do you Twitch? What's your Twitch stream?
So right now, I am a single mom. So I have my daughter, so she comes first and all of that, mom duties. I do have a full-time job. So Twitch and streaming.
Single mom, full-time job, and Twitch.
Yeah.
Props.
So it's a very hard balance, but I usually do it Fridays, Saturdays, just because it's right after work. I can come home, you know, have my daughter go play her games because she's got her own Switch now, so she's, you know, into all of that as well. So that's the goal, to get her there. But yeah, I'm Señorita Lovely on Twitch, and then I just stream usually. I usually just stream on Fridays and Saturdays. So after like 7.
So what's your like end goal with Twitch? Like, what route are you going with?
Like,
that?
will you be okay to like being a full-time Twitch streamer? Is that like the
Yeah.
goal?
That, you know what?
Or you're just doing it, like,
realistically,
little
it's a very, very like saturated
Yes.
platform.
Oh,
Yes.
Very saturated
Yes.
platform, and it's very hard to like keep doing content. It's a full-time job. Like,
Yeah,
it
it is a
really
full-time.
is a full-time
Yeah,
job.
Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
I know, waited for like an hour before.
For real.
No, it is a full-time job. It's a very saturated platform. The thing is that as a woman, you know, it's really hard to get your foot in the door. And keep people entertained, I guess. That's the thing. And sometimes you just don't want to. And it's like, you can't have that attitude if you're going to continuously do this, and if you want to do that as a full-time job.
Yeah, and I think that's why I've seen a lot of Twitch streamers get burnt out, and it's so like hard to like hide that face of getting burnt out, because you're like being watched 24/7.
Yeah.
Especially when they do like the live chats and everything like that. Like, just imagine.
Right? Yeah.
I was gonna say, I actually want your thoughts on this. So like, Twitch streamers, especially girls Twitch streamer, have a very specific like
Target audience.
Well, no, reputation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially, like, if you look at, like, the ASMR. I don't know how much you guys are into Twitch. But, like, if you go to, like, the ASMR fucking channels, you have the fucking weird-ass, the hot top streamers, the girls with, like, fucking half-naked shit.
We
like,
know what
that,
George
that.
looks for.
I know that shit, okay? I don't fucking do that shit.
Let me see your browsing history on Twitch, George.
I actually don't go to Twitch often. The only time
Not often.
Not on
okay?
his personal account.
The only time I go to Twitch is to
As a
watch
guest.
like pro games, like pro CS:GO games, pro whatever names. No, but like if you're on the internet long enough, especially in the PC world, you guys are more console, or because you're PC, but like not as much into like the PC world.
Yeah, maybe.
Like the PC world has obvious like sets of like things. You know what I mean? Like especially for females.
Yeah.
Females are, like you said, it's very hard for like girls to be taken on
Seriously, yeah.
because of like some of these other streamers, they gave a bad reputation to female streamers.
Yes.
I'm talking about your Amreth, your fucking, all these fucking like girls that be whoring themselves basically out
Pretty much.
for Twitch.
Yeah.
So when you get a fucking actual streamer who wants to like not do that shit, it's very hard for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they get the reputation of the
Oh,
other
yeah.
Twitch streamers.
Huh,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
I guess as a female Twitch streamer, have you seen?
Yes.
Any? Oh,
I
really?
stopped streaming for, I think it was like 3 months because of all of the things that were happening.
Oh my god.
You know, you get randoms in your chat and it's like, so what color underwear are you wearing? Like, what? This is not that type of stream. Like, don't try to, like, you know, justify what you're in here for. I'm like, if you want that, go look for that somewhere else. And it's really hard. And it's, you have to have really, really thick skin for something like that. Because it's either you're going to let it bother you and then you're done, or you're going to fight back and be like, get witty and get it going and like, you know, make that person look bad. And it's hard. I mean, it really is hard because there's a lot of people that do that literally ASMR, and it's like, oh my god, like
especially
ew,
like
what
like the one with
doing?
with the nails,
ASMR for you guys.
the one with the nails and stuff, or like the chewing.
Yeah, and
Oh god, I don't like ASMR.
I don't like the chewing one.
I don't like none of the
if you go to
ASMR.
the ASMR side on Twitch TV, it's all female game, or not female gamers, it's just females just doing
Streamers, yeah.
weird shit. Like people who watch this, they just what's wrong with y'all?
Like when they eat cucumbers. I'm like,
Cucumber.
I don't know about that.
they just eat. They just
I've
chew
never
on the
seen that
cucumber.
shit, but-
Yeah, no,
They're just,
they
like
they-
literally eating the whole thing, like just there in front of the camera, dude.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, so even because what games do you play on Twitch? Do you play
Usually-
the Pokemons or do you play the?
So usually what I end up playing is a lot of multiplayer so that I have my group of friends that I'm playing with. Usually when I do end up playing by myself, it's like story mode games. Like my favorite one right now is the Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga. So that's the one that I'm doing by myself because it is a single player game, but it's a story mode. So you kind of have to do all of that. But usually when I stream with friends online, usually multiplayer, so Call of Duty.
Oh god, you stream Call of Duty?
I do.
Like with voice chat on and everything?
No, I turn that off.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I
was
cannot
about to
concentrate
say-
with all of that.
Another
Yeah.
thing that I've noticed is I've had some female girls that like play with me, right? And they always have their mic off or purely party only. Because
Oh, yeah.
there's one of two things that I've noticed with girl gamers. I don't know if you've seen the same thing. Which is either they insult the shit out of you for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like you said something so simple as like, "Hey guys, shut up, bitch, go back to the kitchen."
Yeah.
That, or they go for like extra sim, like they're trying to get your number, they're trying to figure out who you are, they're asking if you're single.
Hey, bro,
God,
send me friend request.
Yeah, no, it's really hard to like play these video games and enjoy yourself when you have all of these people seriously just being like, oh my god, is that a girl? Like they get like really like, oh my god,
Actually,
it's
that's
so
very
bad.
interesting. 'Cause
I think that's why George had you muted last time. Right?
Yeah, George.
I had it in
I mean-
friend only, and that was the first time we never had each other. Okay.
Like, just tell me you don't want to be my friend.
tell us
Just
how you
tell
really-
me. Just
tell us
tell me
how
how
you
you
really
really
feel, George.
feel.
No, yeah, I see how that can be very
No, like I
very
said,
difficult for you.
I've seen girl gamers get harassed, messaged. It's really hard to be a girl gamer on the fucking internet.
Hard to be taken so seriously when there's people that would do anything to just get the
Actually,
views, you know?
It's most of the time where I play with like adults. They're like, they hear a girl and they don't give a
yeah.
fuck. Because most
Yeah.
of the time you have a girl come in, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
It's just the people in their like teenagers or early 20s. They're
Yeah,
like,
because the little kids don't even give a shit.
No.
The little kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, they don't care.
They're all about like.
they still think girls have
friendly.
cooties.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I
So
don't
they
have
try
cooties.
they try to stay away.
I really don't have cooties.
Also, especially that because right now the newer generation, the Gen Zs, I feel like they're more open now that Fortnite has become such a big thing that like it became too much more of a bigger audience rather than just little boys. Now it's all little girls, little boys, or anything in between. Adults or anything.
Do you play Fortnite?
I do.
You play Fortnite? Yeah.
I do.
I play Fortnite.
Can't
But-
get into it.
No? I do they have a no building one. That one's
Yeah, the
actually
no
pretty
build
good.
is-
one.
That was actually
No
better.
build is what I
that's
play.
where I struggled the most. Because I'm over here. Yeah, I'm over here trying to figure out how to build a wall. I got shot. I'm like, shit. I'm like, revive me.
Yeah, I don't
And then my son just pissed at me.
Some
He's
of the
like,
pro
you down
builders-
again? Hey, man, you build this damn wall then.
Some of these pro builders be building a whole fucking tower in like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Swear to
building
God.
a
a
whole
hotel and
freaking-
everything.
Well, I
A
mean,
whole Sears
there's,
tower in, like,
there's
5
a
seconds.
whole like new things that they drop. Like they're all new drops, and it's like
Yeah.
you just toss it and it builds something for you, which is
Oh yeah,
This is-
that's a no drop.
it's not. Yeah, I don't understand those, and it's kind of like, you know, going back to the whole like little kids and all of that. Like sometimes you, as a woman and as an actual gamer, like we have to watch what we say, and it's kind of hard too. Just because
It's watch what we say on the internet. That's super freaking
I
hard.
know,
Definitely.
and
There
it's
is
like,
no repercussion in the internet.
No.
You can literally
Nah,
say
there isn't.
anything you want,
Yeah.
and then like 5 seconds later, people move on to the next thing.
yeah. I mean, you know.
We're talking
I mean,
like,
it depends. It depends what you
like,
say.
Like gaming
It
chat.
depends what
I'm
you
talking
say.
about like gaming chat. And
Oh,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Like with that, like again, I've been called. I've been had racial slurs at me. I've been called
Oh,
different
of
stuff like
course.
that. So again,
Of
like,
course.
but that's the thing though. That's such a it becomes such a norm.
So
that,
that's all
Right.
normal. Yeah.
that
Right.
you're just like, 5 seconds later, somebody else coming in.
Yeah, when you're
exactly.
on the internet, you can't let anything bother you.
Yeah, there
Right,
you
you
go.
have to have extremely thick
Yeah,
skin,
like,
especially
like you said, yeah.
especially if you're doing like a whole live thing and a whole like.
Wait, so that's interesting because you are a mom as well, and you said you are also teaching your kid to play video games. So does she play online multiplayer, or how do you interact with that?
Right now, with all of that, I've kind of just let her roam as far as like video games and like what she likes. I don't let her do anything online just because she's still in that innocent, like, I just want to play some video games and let me just have some fun. So I want to keep her in that innocence for a little longer. But eventually, you know, she's going to, if she decides that that's what she wants to do, you know, I will be there 100% of the time, 100% of the way that she makes her journey. But, you know, that's the scary part.
Yeah, just gotta
you
be
know?
careful with that.
Yeah, that's the scary part. It's
Yeah,
these
right.
lobbies that we get into, and it's like, it's really, really scary. So,
Yeah, that's why I told my stepson, because he's just anybody he's in a lobby with, he just sends him a friend request. I'm like, dude, you can't be doing that.
Oh,
I'm
for
like,
real?
you're just go ahead, just send him a friend request. I'm like, no, dude. And he's like, he sees like his online friends. Like, dude, he's like, Abraham, I have like 100 friends online. I'm like, dude, do you know them? He's like, I played with them. I was like
what?
I'm like, okay, do your thing.
I mean,
I'm like, just don't say anything personal, dude. I'm like, don't give anybody your name, your address. I'm like, I don't know if you know our address, but don't say it. Don't tell us. Don't tell anything. Like my son too. I'm like, dude, I just play. Like, just play. Just focus on that. So yeah, definitely. I just
You can make friends online. Like I said, I do
Yeah,
have
yeah.
some like
I made some friends
long-term
online.
friends online that I still play with for multiple years. So, but it's different, right? I'm a grown as adult compared to you're grown as a little kid. But
yeah.
it's internet's fun.
But the question is, have you made friends
To
right
an
now
extent.
recently?
Nah.
I was like, because right now I don't think I can make any friends
No,
online. I'm
there
just like, I
haven't.
don't want to fucking talk to you, bro.
Well, see, and that's the thing right now. I'm in the mood of like I don't like. I instant mute the chat, which the reason I had you muted because I had it on friends only. Like I just don't
right.
like it annoys
Of
me. Like,
course.
sometimes people just annoy, like there's days where I'm like I don't care.
Yeah.
But like there's days where you literally hop in and you just get cussed at. I'm like, it's not today. It's just
Yeah.
You know. It's
Yeah.
Depends how you feel in the mood and stuff like
Exactly.
that. You know.
Especially specific games, because goddamn, Modern Warfare 2, holy
Oh my God.
shit, that is a toxic ass game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
the
random.
game
Fucking
itself is
shipment,
like-
horrible, dude. Oh my God. Just flashbangs up the ass on that one. Just go ahead, dude. Like I can't even see shit anyway. Kill me. Like
Like,
Jesus
you just
Christ.
stop in the
I'm
middle
just
of the
here.
map,
I
like,
just when I get flashed, I just get on the floor. I just crouch on the floor like that.
It's just
And I just wait. I just wait because I know I'm gonna get respawned because this is over. This is disgusting.
Anyways, what were we
Yeah.
talking about?
What were we talking about?
Twitch stream
Yes.
Twitch.
as well.
Yeah, my bad,
Yes,
my
yes,
bad.
yes.
End goal. What is the end goal?
I think end goal, I mean, just like everyone else, is eventually go full time and doing it full time. But it's like I said, you know, it's gonna be something that's gonna be that I have to really, really like commit and say, this is what I have to do and this is what I'm gonna do. So, but I mean, right now it's just having fun.
How long
now.
do you stream
Usually enjoying yourself.
Usually I stream, it depends on what I'm playing. If I'm really in the mood to like just be there, I usually go about 8-9 hours.
I was gonna say because I can't picture myself playing like I don't play as much games as I used to. So like going like a full stream like 8-hour job, I don't think I could do that.
Well, I mean, it's okay. So when I play a story mode game, I go until I finish or
Okay.
until I'm done.
Oh wow.
Usually those are like 8-hour
commitment right there.
streams,
Holy
9-hour
shit,
streams.
yeah.
I have a friend of mine who just finished Ragnarok, and he did. I think it was a series. It was like 3 or 4 separate streams, 9-hour streams, and it was like 1-person viewers, 2-person viewers. But it's the fact that we love doing what we do, and it's the
exactly.
story, and it's the reactions that we give to these video games. That's kind of like, okay, I want to rewatch that really quick, or I want to redo this. And it's things that you capture that you don't capture when you're just playing by yourself. So, you know,
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely agree on that one.
See,
Yeah.
Another thing about me is like I'm a very like quiet gamer. Like I usually put music on and just listen to music quietly play. Right. So like being on stream and have to react like to things and like you're just gonna see me there playing quietly for fucking 8 hours.
Wait, so you don't react while you play?
Not really. Like only if I'm playing with friends, sure, but like by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, like 8 hours by yourself playing games, I can't do that shit.
I mean, I did Valhalla. So I had Valhalla.
Oh my God,
so I
that's a
did
long game.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I took it upon myself to say every stream that I do with Valhalla, it's different makeup, different hair, all Viking type thing.
Oh, that's
so
pretty
I
cool.
would do the first segment of it would be me doing my hair, me doing my makeup, like kind of,
Oh, so you did it on
interacting. Yeah, I did all of that on stream, and then I went into the game. And it's kind of fun because there are things that you're like, what? Like, there's so many plot twists to, like, all of these different games. Like, even with Ragnarok, like, I was watching him play, and I'm like, no, not Freya! You know what I mean? And I'm watching this, and I'm not playing it. So just imagine you doing that, and it's like content that you have that you can eventually put on YouTube or on Twitter, or like you start branching out, and that's, kind of what you do.
And that's what you have to do nowadays. You gotta be on all platforms.
All the platforms.
So I like the fact that your Twitch streams looks really professional. So
Thanks.
that's really nice, especially as a person who's been up and coming as well. But like, at what point do you think that it's like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna take Twitch streaming seriously? Do you know where that cutoff is, or do you think it's like something that will gradually go? And it's like, okay, maybe I'll do weekends, maybe I'll do an extra day, maybe I'll do now.
Well, I think, like, if you're talking about, like, how it's going to get to, I guess, quote unquote, a successful, like, stream or a successful channel, it kind of just depends on how much work you actually want to put into it. I've said it before. Like, for me, it's not about, like, oh, I got 1 million people in my stream, or I got, like, all of this. My version of Twitch success, or success in general, is just kind of like, did I do everything that I wanted to do?
And that is?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, for me, it's not yet. I haven't reached that goal that I want, or all of that.
So that's my biggest thing, because you did mention success about that. So, like, what is your key of success in the Twitch environment? Is that something like, do you want the 1 million views? Do you want that, like, 8-hour shift of, like, playing video games?
So, believe it or not, I remember seeing an article, something about, like, in Twitch.tv, if you could average about 30 views a stream, that's actually like top 10% of streamers. So, like,
30 views.
So, like, people misunderstand how, like, successful it is to be a top streamer.
Yeah.
You think of Twitch streamers, you think of your top streamers.
Your Nick Mercs.
Your Nick Mercs, your Tim the Tap Man, your Pokemon.
Do you know anybody of this? You know anybody? I have.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You watch Twitch like that?
No. I've seen them on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, like you see them all over the place, but like that's
they're
they're
everywhere.
Man.
When people think of top streamers and successful streamers, that's what you think of. But I'm telling you, like, to be a successful Twitch streamer, is all you gotta do is average about 30 people per video. Do you consider that successful? Or do you consider successful the people who are making a living off it? What is successful to you?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that, to me, it's more of like being happy with the content that I put out. That it's a personal touch to those things. Because if you really look at Nick Mercs and you look at all of these other top streamers, it's all about the money. You know what I mean? It's all about, like, I got the bigger house, or I got this field sold out just to have a meet and greet. Like, those are great things, but that's their success. Like, that's their version of success. For me, it's more of like, I just want people to have a good time. I just want people to come in to be like, oh my God, she's really playing this game. Like, this is an interesting game. I'm going to go buy it. Let me influence you into buying something that I loved because you loved that I loved it. That to me is kind of like where I want it to go. And that's my version of success is as far as, like, Twitch goes. Success in general for life, it's just live your life the way you want to. Like, you don't need to follow rules as far as, like, you need to do this. And we're all Latinos. We come from a family where education is a big thing. Like, you have to go to school and you have to do this and you have to do that. And it's kind of like, no, you don't.
You have to go to work. Like, damn.
That's true, though. That's true, though.
Go get a job. Go get a job. 18 years old. Get a job.
18? Goddamn, you started late.
For real. My sister started when she was like 16, dude.
Yeah.
God
17.
Damn. So I like the idea you brought in, right? Because obviously, success with Twitch stream comes in variables, right? And you were saying about your life, and I guess my thing now is that what do you guys think? What is success for you guys, right? Because obviously, even what you said, right? Success is, as I like to call it, as a perspective, right? Because your success could be totally different from my success, even vice versa from anybody's here. Yeah. So I want to go around the table, and I want to start with you actually, since you're the guest. What is success for you?
Like I said, I think maybe because I am a mom, my I guess definition of success is making sure my daughter is successful in her wants and beliefs and everything that she wants to accomplish. I think, once you become a parent, it's not really about you anymore. It's more about that little person in front of you, and they should be doing better than you do. They should be getting all of these things and all of these accolades that they want. It's just you have to push enough and hard enough for them to reach to that point. You know what I mean? So
God damn,
that's my thing.
I can't have kids right now. I'll be like, it's all about me.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, and just to add on to Maribel, I mean, it's also about balance. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're too exhausted, how are you gonna make sure that your kid is good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just have to find your balance within life in general.
That's interesting. So do you think yours is parallel with the success, or how would you define it?
What do you mean? Oh, what should you describe? Yeah. Just to add on, I mean, my biggest thing that I've actually just found out a couple years ago, I want to say, just find peace. You know what I'm saying? You can't, for me, that was the biggest thing, because I was always so stressed about worrying about stuff that I have no control over. So there's no point of me stressing over stuff that I can't control. I'd rather just get the stuff that I can control out the way, and then just live life, be happy with the people that I love, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So peace would be the most, the thing that stuck to me in my head was, I think it was something that Mike Tyson said, out of all people. He said, I had millions. And when I was at peace of myself the most was when I was in prison.
Oh, wow.
When I didn't have anything.
When he didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
He was broke at that point too, because they stole from him and stuff. So he was peace. Just imagine, dude, he had millions of dollars. He had 2 freaking white tigers sleeping on his bed. And he said the best thing in his life was peace. It's crazy. And then that's when I was like, wow. Okay, let's try to move forward with that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
wow,
that's what I would say.
Inspirational over here. I can see that. What about you, George? Anything you want to follow up with that?
It's okay.
Nah, for me, it's just not having to worry, similar to what he said. It's just, if you have a job, a successful for me job would be a job that you just don't mind going to work every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think 99% of the population out there wakes up every morning and be like, fuck, I gotta go to work, or god damn, I gotta work tomorrow. And it's after you find a job that you don't have to do that, I feel that's when you're successful at your job. You know what I mean? Right. You should still have some stress at your work, because
it's your job.
No, because you care about it, right? You still should care about your job.
That's the reason why you have stress, right?
You don't want
to care. You don't want to get
because you care. You don't want to get fired.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's it. Yeah.
You'll be surprised how many people don't care at work.
Right, they don't.
But for me, that's just finding a place where you just relax. Like you said, it's just that's successful. It's just able to relax. Money comes with success. You know what I mean? If you're successful, what you want to do is you probably have some income out of it. If not, you're not really successful in your eyes because you're stressing about it.
Well, you're stressing about your basic needs, right? And how can you be freaking...
What would you say, Mario?
Well, that's interesting. My biggest thing when I was growing up is independence. That was my key to success, right? Is to just focus on, am I able to live in today's world, right? Right. Obviously, that's what getting the basic needs. That was relying on myself and stuff. So again, it's always striving that self-independence. That's my key to success, right? Because that means I have basically what you were saying, right? I could control the things I can control, right? And not having to stress about things I can't control.
Yeah. So that makes perfect sense. What do you guys think about college? Do you guys think? Well, you're going to college right now, right?
Yeah, I started college again last semester, so restarting again this semester.
You got it. You got it.
You got this.
got it.
All I took was a 7-year little break.
7 years?
Hey, actually, you know what?
That's a
That's
little break.
actually a really, really a milestone because after people take college 1 year off, it drops.
very
It's,
hard.
it's very,
Very hard to
like the
go back.
significant,
Like
the percentage of you going back
5%.
home, yeah, it
told
really
you,
drops.
I just need a few semesters to find myself, you know.
7 years.
Find
to
the
find it?
people, find the person I'm supposed to be.
And it's crazy, right? Because you went back for the same degree, so you're not going back for a fucking different degree.
Well, the degree.
Well, shit, if he changes now, I mean,
I gotta start over. Fuck that shit.
So what is it that you're going to school
criminal
for?
justice.
Okay.
I have a criminal justice degree. I was about 25 credit short of a criminal justice degree. I just took a break. You know, I figured, I'm gonna work a year off to like pay for college because I didn't have no scholarships because high school, you know, who pays attention in high school?
Yeah.
Right.
So I had no scholarships or anything. So I just had to pay for it out of pocket. So I'm like, I'm gonna take a semester off for like to
Right.
work. That one semester led to another one. I became a supervisor after a while, and then I became a manager. And my dumbass put that ahead of school, even though like I fucking hated all that shit for a while. And then eventually I got to a place right now where like I could go to college again and still have a good paying job. You know what I mean?
Right.
To answer your question, you don't need college for a fucking for a degree. Right now I'm getting paid more. If I were to like leave my job for the other job that I want, I'll be actually making a lot less money.
a lot less.
A lot less money.
But it's the job that you want.
But, well, it's the job that I want, and then long term, my dream job would be making more than my current job. But like currently, I will be taking a good fucking percentage of my fucking checkout.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
What do you think is worth it to sacrifice that for
100%.
a
That's what I'm
position
still
that
doing.
you want?
Yeah, that's what I'm still doing right
Or
now.
else you want to go back to
yeah.
school.
I was gonna say,
But
I
that's
was
the
gonna
thing.
say, that's
That's
what I'm saying.
literally the
That's
main
like
reason why people do not go back to college because they're at a point where
They're
it's
good
like,
now.
oh, you know what? I am good now, right? And I'm realizing, damn, if I go back to school, then after that I gotta go back to another job. I'm literally starting at zero. Or quote
Well,
unquote,
see,
right?
the current job that I currently have is I use that as a reminder of why I left college, right? The current job that I'm at, I'm like, I'm going to stay in this job because this reminds me of the goal that I had, right? And I kept going up in my position in my current job. But like that job, the thing I'm like, I left this for a reason. It's always been in the back of my head. It's been 7 years in the back of my head. So it's not like I forgot about it. It's like I said, I was.
It's like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
parasite
That makes sense.
that's like in the back of
It's
your
just there,
head,
dude.
and
Just
it's
lingering. The
fucking
chip on
there.
your shoulder, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Lingerer.
Chip on your shoulder.
Bro, and like there was like signs of like, you know, your job's waiting for you in college. Signs. That's why I took it. Like this year alone, before college, before I started back college, I will see signs of join college now. You know, finish your degree, and I saw it over and over
my
and
God.
over and over, and I'm like, fine, I'll go back.
Hey,
know
you
what I
remember
mean?
those ICDC commercials and shit with the Lil Romeo?
Lil Romeo?
No,
What?
you guys
ICDC?
remember? Yeah, it was like a community college that he was like he was getting sponsored by
No.
and stuff.
Holy
It was back. It was
interesting.
back in like the 2010. I
Nah,
think.
you're old.
We're that same age, man.
Wait, hold on.
Same
I think
age,
I'm
you
the
dick.
oldest one here, so let's not do that.
I think we're all similar ages. Yeah.
I want to ask, is this polite? But you brought it out. You brought it up.
You brought it up.
I am.
He's like, I know what you're gonna ask. Don't either.
No, actually, I don't really mind. I am 36,
Nice. Yeah.
so I am the oldest one.
Talking
here.
about me and shit. Same age, you ass. Well, you went to college too, though, right, Mario?
Yes, I went for college for 2 years. I did community college, got my associates. Told myself it was interesting because I wanted to get into graphic design, and I went into these private college. Well, I didn't go to these private. I applied to these private colleges. Then I found out there's like $60,000 per semester.
Per semester.
And I'm just
disgusting,
like,
isn't it?
well. I still wanted to get into graphic design, so I was like, you know what, best thing, gotta go to community college, right? Probably should have applied to a public university, but that's a different story.
Nothing wrong with community college.
Yeah.
No, nothing was wrong with that. Going off, actually, I'm very happy because I actually got a job at a graphic design at a small business. We realized that is not what I wanted to do.
I remember that.
Yeah.
If I remember that correctly,
that's
didn't
less
they,
of a
like,
commitment.
Not pay you?
They did not pay me for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was like, hey, I'm getting experience. Wow, I have a
had an
fucking
internship?
light bill fucking due. And I had a
Right.
fucking, that was the time I was living on my own as well. So I'm just like,
Wow.
okay, I need money. And
Yeah.
that's what I told them. I had to go, hey, yo, I need money. And that they gave me money. They gave me like, I don't know, that 3 months was like $300 or some shit like
Right.
that. And then they were like, all right, you're fired. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Fucking A. Okay, fuck you guys then. But during that 3 months, I realized, okay, you know what? Graphic design is not what I wanted to do. So I was very happy with that. Graduated my 2 years, got my 2-year degree.
What did you get that in?
Associates in arts. So I got that so that way I could transfer to a university, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that was nice. Then I realized that I owed the school money, and I was like, "Fuck! I need to find a job to pay them off, so that way I can get my transcripts and go to a university."
Right.
And then I guess I landed to the job where I'm at right now, and honestly, and this goes back to the point is like I'm over here contemplating if I should go back to school or not,
Right.
because it's like, hey, I'm happy where I'm at. I like my field. I know that there's opportunities in the type of job I have to
Right.
grow. But I'm always in the idea of like, you know what? If there's ever time I need to go back to school, that's something where I'll just go back.
Right.
You know, and right now, I don't know.
I mean,
Right
the,
now-
school, the
right now-
schools aren't going anywhere. So.
The schools aren't going nowhere without a doubt. But I mean, right now,
Schools
it's all
are
about
getting more
Pixel Lounge, you guys.
Schools
Yeah.
are getting more expensive though.
They are getting
They
more
might not be going
expensive.
anywhere, but holy shit, bro.
dude.
This semester's a lot
I
more
mean-
expensive than my previous semesters.
Well, you have to also remember the cost of living is going up, and it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I mean, it's just
Disgusting, bro.
It's
inflation.
Oh my
disgusting.
God,
Yeah, it's
bro.
just the cost of living, inflation, everything is
Dude.
just so disgusting.
Especially with these memes about how expensive eggs are right now. Like, Jesus
Oh
Christ.
god damn! I went to a grocery store. Fucking organic eggs was cheaper than regular eggs. I
Yeah.
was like, "What is going on?"
Did you get the organic eggs?
Hell yeah! Fuck, they're cheaper.
He's like, I buy eggs.
You
So
had
cheap
to.
price is not organic shit. Whatever's cheaper,
Yeah,
okay.
for
Yeah, whatever's cheaper. Yeah, if organic was cheaper. Shit, I'll fucking be
Bro,
organic.
you know you're an adult when you be looking at like packs of meat and be like, this is $4.59. Oh, that's $4.49. You know, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
go
my
get that.
God,
Yeah,
right?
you'd be looking for like 3 cents differences
You're
and
like,
shit.
you'll be like,
But
when you were little.
I look at the weight too, though.
Oh no,
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
like-
the thing. You have to
I'm not
remember.
gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose freaking 0.6 of an ounce for 30 cents.
I
bro.
do.
I'm not gonna do
Ain't
that.
nobody
I'm
gonna
a-
fucking notice
for
that
30
0.5
cents. I'm gonna
ounce.
take the more meat.
Ain't nobody gonna notice 0.5 ounces.
You're taking more
says the
meat.
weight
in.
on it,
You're taking
Will.
more.
It says the weight on it.
Nobody's gonna miss it.
I am. Shit. So you guys don't focus on the weight?
No.
No.
What the hell? You only focus on the price?
Price per week.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my god. This is.
I mean, these are things that our parents did when we were little.
Yeah.
If you realize all of the things that we're looking
They
at,
just made it
as
look
adults-
easy for some reason.
Well, because we were
God dang.
oblivious to how expensive things were for
For real,
them.
man.
And now that we're adults, it's
No,
like
fuck
we
them.
do
They're
that.
$2 lower.
Oh, of course they
Oh my
were.
god! But they were getting
That's
paid
still
lower.
less. They're
Dude,
getting
shit.
paid less.
Oh shit, fuck them.
Dude, my dad had a job. My dad had his job when he was working there for like 35 years, dude. He was getting freaking what, $15 an hour? I'm like, what the hell? I make 12 at that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell? I was like, he's like, yeah. He's like, this is what he's like. When I started, I was getting like $5,
Yeah.
and that was a lot at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, shit. That's
I mean,
disgusting.
it is. I mean, I make more money than my mom does, and my mom has a master's degrees. I don't have any.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
I make more money than my dad does, and my dad doesn't have any college experience.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the thing with the whole college thing. Like, people think that in order to get these great paying jobs, you have to go to college, which
Yeah.
in reality, it really doesn't start that way.
Yes.
So-
yeah.
I blame the baby boomers.
blame the baby.
Because they're the ones that put it in our head. If you don't go to college, you're not going to be
Well,
successful
yeah,
in
well,
life.
yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's-
damn,
yeah.
dude, what if I don't want to go to college? Dude,
Yeah.
I went to college for a year. And to be honest, dude, I really didn't focus. Like, I went there for soccer. I focused more on soccer. And I was like, yeah, this class shit is not working out. Like, I'm not looking at that. Like, and it's not even that I didn't try. It was just that it didn't get my full attention where I was like, I want to do this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean, it could have also been my major because I couldn't really decide what I wanted to be, but still.
Yeah, so Baxter and
know what I'm
yours, when you went to college, you won a full ride scholarship because of your soccer background.
Yeah,
Hence
yeah,
the soccer jersey he has.
Yeah.
I think it's the second soccer jersey you brought in here.
No,
No,
George
I
had
brought
one.
one.
Oh, you brought one?
He brought a
George-
Mexican or the sweater.
My jacket,
Yeah.
but that
Oh, the
wasn't
jacket.
that
Oh,
wasn't on
but
camera.
that was behind the scenes.
That was behind the scenes. But yeah. No, yeah, I got a good soccer scholarship for that, but that's pretty much how I was able to, get to college in the first place, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely helped, but I didn't really focus on that. So that's why I was like, you know what, just school isn't for me, so I just came back, worked. Did a program, didn't like the program either. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep working, man, because this isn't like I was good at it, but I just didn't want to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing really. Soccer was the only thing that actually gave me happiness, peace, but nothing. I haven't found anything yet that has given me that.
Yeah.
And I'm still looking for it.
I want to make an argument for college, just for the sake of arguments. Okay, so like,
Of course.
when you guys, so college isn't important, right? But the one thing I'm asking is, people who just graduate high school and go straight to the force and expect a lot of money, right? So you don't be successful from college, but like, how can you be successful without it? Like, you go into a job, you make minimum wage, right?
Right.
Do you think minimum wage should be going up, or do you think you should be increasing yourself? Like, how do you become successful if you don't go to college?
I think by work experience.
Yeah, I think you just gotta work hard.
It's literally just climbing the ladder.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the issue
like
with
it-
that-
Work
like-
experience, skills, that is what you need to do to get yourself the advantage to make some more money.
So
Yeah, exactly.
like, so multiple jobs I know have a minimum like degree, right?
Oh,
So my current position, you need to have minimum of associate's degree, right? I have the position, I don't have an associate's degree, but that's because I've been with them for 8 years for my company, right? But like, how do you tell the kids that you got to work your way up from that? Because you graduate. Some people don't even graduate high school, and they still want a good paying job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is that possible?
of course. I mean, you just gotta push. You just gotta push through it, bro. I mean, if you really think about it, my first job was when I was 17, and it was at McDonald's. I had to throw out the garbage. I had to clean the parking lot. Everything. I had to clean the toilets, bro. And that's where I had to start. People had to start too. Like you can't just start. Go ahead. Oh, let me go get an office job with no experience, with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to build that up. I can't get a customer service job just yet. I was hooked up with the freaking McDonald's job actually. So that's the only way I actually got it. Like I had no experience, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to start from the bottom to go up.
Also, fuck jobs that don't hire people without experience. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to get it? I hate every motherfucking job when I started. Oh, you need experience. Oh, how the fuck am I supposed to get experience, motherfuckers? Nobody hires without fucking experience.
And that's what jobs are, dude. If you check like LinkedIn, like Indeed and stuff like that, they put experience, associate's degree, or similar experience. They know that some people don't go to college, some people don't finish that shit. But if you already doing the job for 5 years, why shouldn't I give you a shot?
Yeah.
Right.
Also,
You know
to
what
be
I'm
fair, and that's another thing. I've been in my job where like people come in and under me, right? Because at this point I'm a manager level, but like, people come under me and they're like, "Oh, kid, I've been doing your job longer than you've been alive." And my response to it is, "Why the fuck are you still under me?" You know what I mean? Like, oh, you've been doing this shit for 30 fucking years. Why the fuck are you coming to me for work? Shouldn't I be going to you? Shouldn't I be asking you for fucking help?
Right.
Yeah,
It's like y'all motherfuckers coming to me for 30 fucking years though. Like, come on.
Right.
that's
Yeah,
valid.
and that's the
valid.
thing. Some people, they get comfortable into their own zone, right? They don't want to do more. They don't want to do. They're fine with.
They don't want to climb up.
They don't want to climb up, and
There's a difference.
And again, it's not like climbing up to like being a manager's position, but it's like climbing up with your skills, right? And going in, and that's talking about like I'm talking about blue collar jobs, right? Those are the ones, the plumbers, those are the electricians and stuff like that. Those are the skill sets that could help you be successful. Cause goddamn, those guys make hella money.
Oh yeah.
Bank, bro.
Yeah, they make
yeah.
bank, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy because when I was in high school, I was never taught about tradesmen. I was never taught about tradesmen. And it's crazy because and again, CPS has this thing where they want everybody to go to college because they want the numbers up with
And
everybody.
baby boomers, bro. I'm telling you. It's their fault, bro.
The funny story about that.
It's their
They
fault,
mean
bro.
the
They
baby
keep
boomers.
coming back
Funny
to
story about the
this
CPS.
situation here.
I remember one time it was during my English class. My teacher, I was senior high school, and she's like, or he was like, how many people here are going to college after high school? Everybody raised their hand but me. I didn't do it because like I wasn't paying attention, not because I fucking was protesting. I was like half asleep.
Sounds about right.
I was like half asleep, but he's like, everybody raised their hand. I kind of looked up and I'm like, why is everybody raising their hand? So he looks at me. He's like, so you're not planning to go to college? I remember giving him like at that point I was all in and out, right? You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Like at that point, I think I was going to college, or I think I was applying for college. I just didn't like, raise my hand because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. But I looked at him and I'm like, do you actually think this school is so fucking successful that 100% of the fucking rate is gonna go to college?
God damn! You went at it.
He threw everybody that raised their hand under the bus.
I did. I'm like, fuck them. Okay, fuck them. And
He's like, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it.
oh, I'm
you're
like,
not gonna
you're
make it.
definitely not gonna make it. I know you.
Like, I know what you were doing under the bleachers.
Motherfucker, you were late. No, I was late. No, but I remember telling him, I'm like, are you like
That's why you didn't raise your hand, dude, 'cause you were there.
I was asleep. I'm like, not everybody here is gonna go to college. Everybody here thinks they're gonna go to college, but just wait a year. You know, you don't know. Like, everybody here is not gonna go. And then he gave his whole talk about how school is important. I'm like, I really don't care.
Dude, and to add on to that, like high schools, they make you apply to colleges, like 10 colleges, but they never make you apply to like any trades programs or anything like that. And they don't, and even if you do, they don't even consider that. So you actually still have to put in your applications.
Did your school? Were you a CPS or were you?
No, I was a charter.
So did your school had
So my school had a graduation requirement was apply for a minimum of 5 colleges.
5 colleges, yeah.
A minimum of 5 colleges you had to apply before you even graduate.
But did they even talk about trade schools?
They don't even mention it, bro. They don't even mention it.
I remember I recently met up with a fellow classmates that I saw him in high school or has classes with him in high school, right? He was so upset because he finished his 2-year degree, but he was like, man, I'm so upset because I still cannot find a job, like even with the 2-year degree, right?
It's hard.
And he was upset. He was like, I'm so upset because I have friends that went to trade school and now they're all doing all this like all this type of trade shop, and they never taught me that in high school.
Yeah.
And I could have gone to that instead of going to college, which and he told me, he said I didn't like whatsoever, but I only did it because I was told I had to do it. And that's the thing, you're expected to know something at 18 of what you want to do, and it's like, okay, if I want to become a graphic designer, right? Went all in graphic design, got myself let's say some school debt, right? Like 30,000-40,000, right? Not like those crazy high ones, but like I would have to get into something in graphic design, right? And it's like, I don't like what I'm doing. I like what I was doing when I was 18, but now I'm 26 and now I have this. So it becomes where the more difficulty.
And that's why I give props to people that decide what to do at age 18 and they stick to it, dude.
Yep.
Because that's so tricky. Like you're a totally different person from 18. Like I
You're
became
totally
my dad when I
person
became my dad when I was 17. Like I'm still not the same dad that I was when I was 17. You feel me?
Well, yeah. And
so it's crazy.
I've always told people, like, if you look at, like, it's not like a gradual thing, you know, like from 17 to 20 you're a different person. From 20 to like 22 you're a different person. So it's like when I mean different person, I don't mean like, oh, I used to not like broccoli and now I like broccoli. I'm talking about like
your mentality.
Your mentality is so different. Yeah. So like sometimes
it's the experiences that you get while you're going through those, you know.
I've had a habit of calling people kids when I was in like my 20s, when they're like 22, 21, right? I'm like 25. I'm like, they're fucking kids. Don't worry about it. And people will be like, you're a kid too. I'm like, I'm a different kid, you know. It's like,
don't put me in that category.
I'm one kid above. It's
like I leveled up.
Because like 25 and 21, it's only a 4-year gap. But like those 4 years, it's like 4 years of adulthood. It's not 4 years of kids, you know. That's when you do everything by yourself, where people don't hold your back, where like cops look at you different because you're not a kid walking in the street now. Now you're a grown ass adult walking in the street.
You're strong.
You know what I mean? Like before you're at the store.
You go directly to jail.
Yeah.
Not juvenile center.
You don't pick up $200. You go straight to jail.
Exactly. Back in the day, you're a kid. Oh, I forgot $1. The clock would be like, oh, don't worry about it. You can go ahead. You're a grown ass adult. Oh, I'm missing $1. Leave the shit out. You know,
like,
you should know better.
Like, what do you want me to take off?
Exactly.
Damn.
It's big difference. Definitely big difference.
Take away the donut.
Also, I do want to play devil's advocate because I know we're right now shitting on college a lot. Like there is some helpful degrees
of course.
that are for
yeah,
college, and there's a lot of jobs that do require some college degrees and stuff. My main thing is that not all degrees are the ones that promise you the jobs.
Oh,
right?
of course.
And that's
for sure.
One of my buddies, he's a great artist. Like if you look at his stuff, his art is amazing. Like everybody you saw him, oh, you're gonna be good, you're gonna be great, because your art is amazing. Like you look at his shit and like I said, beautiful art. He went to college, he got his degree. I think he had something. He said he was like $120 worth of like debt, right? And he ended up working at Hobby Lobby for a while after college because he couldn't get a job. He can't sell his art. Yep. So he's so much in debt. He has such an art. I remember him rambling on Facebook saying it's everybody's fault for pushing him into doing this because, you know, he didn't want to do it, but everybody's just such a great artist. You're such a great artist. So he did blame other people. It's not their fault, right? You can still say, no, stop being an idiot.
Yeah, technically.
But, like, I remember his, like, I felt his anger because I'm like, I could see why you blame people. Like, you're stupid for doing it, but, like, I could see it, you know? Yeah. But college is weird because, like I said, I'm going to be making less when I graduate, but long term, I'm going to be making more.
Well, yeah. And again, it's the specific type of career you're going to, right? And it's not like...
Don't be an artist.
don't be.
Well, I mean, that's a really
the
hard
whole
industry too,
that's
you know
the
what
whole
I'm saying?
stereotype of like the struggling artist, right?
Yeah,
So stuff like that. It's not even that. Like
definitely.
there's some people get degrees of with history, right? And that goes into like, what can you get a job with history, right? And then it goes like you become a teacher, right? But then there's some teachers that are underpaid, and it goes to like this like
Most of them are.
web of like everything where
Especially
you're
here.
getting underpaid, but you still owe like $60,000 in debt from school,
Right.
and you've been doing what you were supposed to do, right?
It's
But again,
definitely
that's
a
not everybody. That's not everybody, right? They're still successful, and that's the reason why people still want to rely on college, because like, hey, that's almost like a straight line, right?
Well,
you go
okay.
to college, you and then after college you find your career,
Well,
right? Compared to like getting other stuff.
What we're doing and what we associate going to college with is money.
Yeah.
Which is not the case.
Exactly.
A lot of people really need to stop saying if you go to college, you're going to make money. Because that's not what college is for. College is an education. And that's the biggest thing that people need to understand, that going to college and going to school is for the education, not for the paycheck, not for the, oh, you graduated a year ago? Okay, so here's $60,000 off the back. It's not like that. It isn't. I have 2 college graduates at home. My sister and my brother. My sister graduated with a double master's she has a double master's, and she was a librarian for 4 years after. Nothing to do with her master's. Absolutely nothing to do with her master's.
That's harsh.
It's terrible.
Ouch.
It is so bad.
It's a disgusting time that we live in too, you know.
And then my brother just graduated, and he has his master's in, or he has his what is it? His bachelor's.
Yeah.
He's got his bachelor's in medicine. So it's because he wanted to go into physical therapy. He's a social worker.
Oh.
Like, he's got a job as a social worker. It's not about that you're going to walk out of there and you're going to have a big paycheck waiting for you. It's not like that.
No, you still got to
And
start.
even universities and colleges don't tell you that. Like, yeah, you're getting the education to learn about the things that you want to do, but it's going to be hard. Like, you're going to have to try to put your foot in the door at the very bottom. Like, even now, my sister when she did graduate, she ended up getting a really good job with the public library. And so it's a government job. So it's a good job. It pays decent money, but it has nothing to do with her master's. So now she just recently got another job. She's paying a lot less. They're paying her a lot less money, but she's doing what she wanted to do in the first place. So she's putting her master's to work. Yeah. So in another year or two, another 3 or 4 years, she's gonna get that pay cap where she's at. But you gotta do the work, which is a lot of people don't tell these college students that you gotta do the work. Yeah. You can't expect to walk out of college and say make 60 grand,
100 grand,
100 grand, 120 grand. Like this is what, and that's the problem that us is, especially in my household. You gotta go to school to make more money. No, you gotta go to school to get an education and then eventually make that money. It is what it is. That's how it happens. I mean, I didn't go to school. Because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'm not going to waste my time. I'm definitely not going to waste my money. So I went off and I got a whole bunch of jobs. If you look at my resume is like 3 pages long. I'm like, I've done everything. So I'm very valuable to my employer because I've done customer service. Because I've done face-to-face customer service, over-the-phone customer service. I know the ins and outs of running a business. I know the ins and outs of actually running a bar. Like, I have all of that. I am a big people person. I can, administrative stuff. I've done it all. So now that when I started at my job, you got to start at the bottom. I started in the warehouse as the warehouse clerk, back with air because I work for an aviation company. So I started in the back, so I know everything that has to do with any airplane. And I started at the very bottom. And within 6 months, I became our lead, our cycle count lead, which is the department lead. Within a year, I'm in the office. I'm an administrative assistant. And then within the next year, my goal is to be an executive administrative assistant. That's upstairs with all the CEOs, CFOs, all of these. And I have no college. Yeah. No college whatsoever. And these women that are there that have the position that I want have had to go to college and don't have the experience. I've seen so many people come into my job Like, they're applying for these. Oh, you don't have the experience. Or, oh, we want a year or two of experience. Oh, you have a college degree, but you don't have experience. It goes hand in hand. So you have to work your way up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that you don't get taught and you don't talk about with all these people that are coming out of high school. So
there's been some meetings I've been part of where I'm like, everybody here is way overqualified compared to me.
Of course.
I'm like such an oddball. Like, everybody's like college degree, master's degree, and I'm just like, I just worked a lot of years in this company.
Right.
Like, hi guys. Like,
yeah, but you put in work too. I mean,
Yeah.
like you mentioned too, like that one time that it was like negative 20 degrees. I mean, you still went out and
not this time. Fuck this time.
patrolled. now he's up there. He's up there. He looked down at these guys and he's like, go to work. Go to work.
I remember waking up this like blizzard, whatever, cold, whatever.
Yeah.
I remember being like, damn, I was there fucking years ago. Fucking sucks to be y'all. I put an extra blanket in. I'm like, oh, this is cozy.
Yeah. No, and it's the truth though. It's just so many people have all of these college degrees and they expect this handout and it's not a handout.
It's not.
I feel
It's not.
You gotta be like understanding. It's like teachers, right? Teachers don't make that much money. They went to college for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's
And they continue going to college, to be honest.
But
Like,
they found a balance of like they love what they're doing
Yep.
Yeah.
with the money they get paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure, they could get paid more, and they should get paid more.
absolutely.
Because like they shouldn't be. I don't know how much teachers make, but I'm guessing are in like the 50s, maybe low 50s. I'm not sure.
Dude, I
I'm not
make
sure.
more money than a teacher
think-
who
That's what
has
I'm
a
saying.
master's degree.
That's what I'm saying. And like I'm not sure how much high school teachers make, but like in the defense of them not giving them more money, it's a cycle because I don't know about you guys. I feel like 90% of my teachers sucked. As in, like, they didn't care. They didn't, like, put enough work. There are good teachers out there. I'm not going to say I have bad teachers.
Yeah, exactly.
There are a few teachers who I fucking loved, who
Amazing.
saw kids struggling and helped them. But, like, 90% of them actually fucking sucked. It was 10% that, like, are the ones that actually care about them. That put their money, to give things out, to reach out to kids, to actually stayed up late, came in early and all that shit. But it's like I said, it's a matter of, like, finding a job that you like, even if it doesn't pay much, and like going to college. You know what I mean?
Right.
For real. It's
I
that
mean,
balance.
You have to remember, everything that you love to do, you're going to work your ass off for.
Yeah.
You're going to work your ass off for.
Yeah, and
You
yeah,
like
because you
being-
want it.
You love being a teacher. You love, touching the lives of other students. You're gonna work your ass off, and it doesn't matter what you're gonna get paid for, and you're gonna get all of this stuff.
and that's a big thing where a lot of people say is do what you love, because doing what you love is not working.
Right.
It's you're still gonna work.
Yeah.
You are gonna be tired. You're gonna work that 40
Absolutely.
hours, and but you're gonna be tired doing what you love. Right?
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
worth
the
it
thing.
at that
But
point.
you're
It's worth it.
right. At this point, you're gonna come home and be like, I did it.
Like, damn,
I am so proud of myself today. I did it.
Like, oh, I rocked it today.
Right.
Let's go.
And it was the
Let's
shittiest
go.
day you
Yeah,
had.
exactly.
And you said, I
But
did great.
I
It was
finished
a
it.
great fucking day. Like, that's the thing that people don't.
Yeah, especially
don't
with the
get it.
teachers dealing with these badass kids, too.
Oh my
Dude, the
God.
generation that we
Oh my
have,
God.
we're so screwed
These
as old
disrespectful
people.
ass
dude.
kids.
Look,
man.
We're
old
so
people-
screwed.
One thing that I hate is like kids nowadays do stupid shit, and the parents go up to the teacher and be like, "Why are you gonna letting the students do all this shit?" Back in my day, man, I do something stupid. My mom came to me and be like, "Why are you being pendant? Why are you being so stupid?" You know what I mean?
Right.
They're smacking me. They're like blaming me. Now we have a bad habit of like blaming the teachers. Of like the teachers are doing wrong. The teachers are doing shit. It's like, what the fuck's going on at home? Are you making them do their homework? Are you fucking telling them respect your fucking teacher?
But you also have to remember that these kids nowadays come from parents that were kids themselves when they had them.
Well-
That's the biggest thing that a lot of people don't listen and don't look at.
Take it into consideration.
Right. They
yeah.
don't take into consideration that all of these young kids are being raised by kids themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they just do
Pregnancy rates for female or for teenagers have gone down over the years, though.
right after the years, yeah. But you have to realize the
I mean,
gap
shit.
that
How old are we?
Yeah, I was gonna say that, right? Like, that was after the pregnancy are now the
Like,
ones that
now
like
they're-
the ones that with now
Those
the kids.
badass bastards in the class right now.
Right.
Like, hey,
You have-
sit your ass down somewhere, dude.
Okay, so going back, yes, there are different types of. I mean, going back to what we were saying about success, right? Is there do you need college success? Honestly, I think the point is it really depends on like what's your definition
Right.
of success, right?
Well-
Some people find the college worthy. Other people find work makes it a lot more
Yeah,
worthy,
experience.
right?
You gotta remember, college is just a tool for success.
There you
It's
go.
not success itself.
itself.
And that's what you
right.
were saying, right?
Right.
It's about the education, right? A
Right.
lot of people are, and what you were saying, a lot of people go into college thinking the paycheck, right?
Right.
Thinking like after college, $60,000, right?
Yeah.
But no, it's
You know, the
But
funny thing is, it's a lot of parents who didn't go to college who are pushing their kids to go to college.
well,
Right.
it's interesting because this goes back to our background, Latinos, right? Actually, I think you're probably the only one that has parents with college
With
degrees,
college
right?
experience, yes.
All of us are first
Yeah.
generation Latinos, so parents came from Mexico.
Well, my mom got her college education in Mexico.
Oh,
so
really?
Both my parents are immigrants.
Oh, okay.
So I'm first generation here. And then, but my mom also had a really good job where they paid her to go to school and they paid for
Oh,
her schooling.
wow.
So she got extremely lucky. And
Yeah.
she's been with that job
Wow.
almost 30 some years.
So I gotta give props to older generation because my parents they worked in the same job for X amount of years.
They were committed, dude.
They were committed.
Dude.
Were you the
oh,
first generation who graduated? Were you the first in your school? Or
Yeah, so I was the
family?
first in my school to graduate
First in
in a
family.
first in my family to graduate in a 2-year degree. So we have another person
At high
that's
school?
and
What about you?
no, 2-year college. We have
No, I'm
another
talking about high school,
person.
too.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
high
you gotta
school.
graduate high school to go to college, bro.
Talking about in his family,
In
dude.
his family, first and no, not the first in my family to graduate high school. First in my family to graduate 2-year degree, and I say just 2-year degree because we have another person in the family that is ongoing with their 4-year degree, graduating as a nurse. Yeah,
Show up. I'm the oldest of four, and I'm the only one who did not go to college.
You
My
graduated high school?
sister, I graduated high
Were you the
school.
first one in your family to graduate high school?
well, no, her
your parents.
mom
I mean,
graduated
I'm the oldest
freaking master's.
one, so
Immediate
I mean,
family,
out
yeah.
of
Yeah,
Her mom,
siblings-
Miriam, has 2 masters.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Were you the first in your family to graduate high school or not?
No. My first, my oldest sister graduated high school actually.
Before you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just
She was
saying
the
that-
first. She was the first one.
You were the
I was
first
gonna
one.
say, even though I'm the youngest, well, I mean, it's only me and my brother, but like
Oh,
I was the
okay.
first one to like graduate from my family high school, and it's funny because like I said, it's just the older generation who doesn't like I said, my parents worked their way up from where they are as well, but like because they I don't know because they got put the idea that if they went to college they would have been better.
Yeah.
Like they push that into their kids
they
and
wanted
like,
it,
Yeah.
oh, if you go to college, you're gonna do better when it's like not necessarily true.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, you also have to understand that they came from a world and a
Yes.
country that
Yes. No
getting
school.
a college
Nothing but
education
labor, too.
It's right.
Yeah.
Nothing but labor. But if you want an office job, you need to go to school.
And then
So
real.
that was
their
the thing,
economy
yeah.
is
If you want to know how
different.
to
It's like
add,
go to the office job, work the people in the computer. So the one, if you know how to use a computer, you're one step ahead from other
Yeah.
ones because you're super smart.
Yeah.
From like knowing how to use.
Yeah,
simple,
it's
but yeah, I get it. Yeah, because
Different.
and you know what? That's and again going on to even you guys' parenting styles from what you guys were telling us, right? You could see that growth, right? That just growth is happening
Yeah.
generation
exactly.
by generation.
My
exactly.
family make fun of me because they say I have office hands. They're like, see our hands? We're workers. You know, we work in
I
construction,
know.
work this. And they're like, you do. I'm like, I sanitize my hand every time. You know? I have a little
Also,
lotion
you're-
next to my leg. My hands are getting dried up.
I just see George just pumping his.
They're getting dried. Let me moisturize real
He
quick.
probably has a lavender scented lotion and shit.
Oh my god. Okay.
So like I wanna go ahead and start closing the conversation because again, college is not bad. I don't
No,
wanna
no,
it's like we were saying, use it as a tool for your success,
But
right?
it's not a necessity, definitely.
No, I do not believe that as well.
High school should be high school should be the bare minimum. Like I hate people who are like school's not necessary because like yes, the idea of school being not necessary is a thing, but like high school is your job as a teenager.
Yeah.
So like the people who drop early because they're like I'd rather work is like shut the fuck up. You got plenty of time to work. High school should be a bare minimum, especially because McDonald's nowadays be asking for fucking high school degrees.
At least.
Really?
Yeah.
GED at least, dude.
GED at least. Yep.
GED at least.
So like
Hey bro, I want my
and they're
burger
making like,
fries cold, right?
they're like $15 $15 an hour too.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But like that's what I'm saying. High school degree should be a bare minimum now because
Yeah.
it's not that hard. Like high school was made for you to graduate because they want a high
Yeah, okay.
graduation rate.
Okay, that's open up another kind of words, but yes. High school, yes, is the bare minimum. At least graduate high school, right?
Yeah,
At
and if
least
you don't want
get
to go to
for-
college, I get it. Go to a trade school, go straight to the field. That's fine. But high school, shut the fuck up, kids who are like, I don't need a high school. Shut the fuck up. Go to class. Just shut up. I don't care who you are. Shut up.
For real.
Yeah, for just literally.
Like, dude, just finish that shit. You ain't have shit to
it
do.
is made for
You
you,
don't have
to
nothing to
freaking
do.
graduate, bro.
Plus, I don't know
my
about
God.
you guys.
I feel like
Hey, damn.
you're trying to grow up too fast.
Exactly.
You don't want to grow up.
Well, yeah,
too
they want
fast
money. They
because
want their Jordans. They want their
Again,
Nikes. That's
and
what they
you
want.
also have to remember that the kids that don't want to go to school because they want to work, because they want all of these things, is because their parents can't afford those things
Yeah.
for them. So we have to look at this in a broader perspective.
Nah,
I mean, and also,
I feel like
and also the
no, I feel like you're right though. Like they should go to school and worry about those things after you graduate high school.
Another thing is like if you guys want friends your age, make it in high school. Because once you leave the real world, I'm just saying. You'll be having friends who are 20 years older than you. You'll be like, where's this lady at? She's like fucking 30 years older than you. You're like, that's who I talk to every day. It's not people my age.
for real,
You know what I mean? You don't meet people your age when you're out unless you're like in high school area or like you go to like clubs and bars and shit. But like in the real world and work, you'll be your best friend. I swear to God, will be a fucking somebody that's 20 years older than you.
My best friend is 76 years old.
my first
Work best friend.
I had
Yeah. She's 76 years old.
dude. I was 19 working at this. It was this factory job that I had. We had to assemble equipment for Planet Fitness. Dude, the guy I used to talk to is this old black dude. And he said he was like 70 years old, dude. And I was 19, 20. And he's like, work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's do this. And he would, dude. And then that's when they moved me. And I was like, shit, can you guys put me back with, I forgot his freaking name. I think his name was Henry or some shit. But he was like, I was like, can you guys put me back with Henry, man? Like, he made it so much easier for me. Like, you guys over here just killing me.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, again, school is in something that you can look and decide on your own. This is something that needs to be decided as a person, not as like, oh, my family needs me to go to school or all of that. So I mean, it's all depends on what you guys want to do. Like if you guys want to go to school, like make sure that you guys know what it is that you want to do, and be prepared.
And that's
Literally.
This is the second time I go to college. The first time I went to college when I was like straight out of high school, there was pressure outside pressure. Like you're the first one to go to college, so you should do it. So you do feel pressure of like, oh shit, I gotta continue this tradition now. Like not going back to college because I want to go back to college because I feel like going back to college. There's a lot less stress from like other people for like me to finish college.
Oh yeah, definitely. And to add on, dude, my sister, prime example, bro. She literally, as soon as I started college, she graduated from it, and I'm like, shit, okay. I'm like, I gotta get this done, but that shit didn't work out. So I was like, you know what? That's her route that she took, and she's happy with it. So even better. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, I just want to thank Maribel for coming. Showing Pixel Lounge some love, and we'll go ahead and keep this going. George, Rio, thank you very much for having her as well as us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for hosting, Dave. And again, I want to go ahead and ask the viewers a question. Leave a comment down below. How do you guys feel? What is your definition of success? And of course, do you guys need college for success?
Yep.
Comment down, guys. Comment down below.
All right.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and do that, and remember, go get games, and do stuff.
Let's go play games.
Let's get. That's what it
You
said.
said go
get games?
Go get games. Go play games.
Oh, shit,
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
damn.